Hey everybody. You know, friends, gosh, what a... Oh, anyhow, I started a video there, friends, and then I feel good today. I had a good day yesterday. This is gonna sound crazy because actually in that video, yesterday's video, I said cold bath. Why would freaking scarf? I don't like being cold. Why would I do that? Why would I have an ice bath? That's strange to me. You want to know the funny thing about this whole scenario is? I actually, yesterday, so that video was from like December 23rd, right? When I was out on the back of the pickup with the oil and that. Yeah. But so friends, I'm just going to tell it to you square right now. I've been struggling. I have been. I've not been able to do anything. And I'm talking, like I can get dressed and I can muster around the house and I can help my wife pack groceries in and do this and help her with some stuff and a little bit of wood in. But friends, I'm telling you straight goods, this is what it's like right now. But the last couple of days for some reason. So anyways, let's move on. I don't want to go there, but just so you know, this is kind of where I've been. So, and it's been for a while. I actually feel like it's been almost a year, but it's shifted. It's gone over here now, and now it's going away. But I'm not jumping the gun this time. I'm not going to feel like I got to run out, split wood, or cut something, or pull on a rope to get videos for you people. I'm not going to do it because that ain't looking after me. So, hey, when you support someone, I'm talking when I support someone, I support them through everything. It's like a marriage. Your wife gets sick. Well, what are you going to run away? No. If she's going through something or if I'm going through something, no, you're going to pick each other up and you're going to get through it and you're going to create history and substance. So that's what this is. Okay. That's what this is. So speaking of this, yesterday I got a little down I think it was the morning before I got a little bit down and I started to hammer on myself a little because I haven't been able to do much. So anyways, I get through that and the day carries on and we start going up again. Then I think it was the following day or yesterday. It was yesterday anyway. All I know is I was sitting there watching Instagram and I see some guy come on and he says, if you're a newbie at cold water plunge, and I listen, I know there's benefits to this stuff. I just don't like being cold. I'm not some young 29-year-old stallion or 35-year-old stallion running around the barn now. Okay. So I like my comfort. I do. I put myself in horribly discomfortable positions through the trenches over the last 20, 30 years. But anyways, so I don't know what it was. It was the way this guy presented it. It's just like you guys watching me file a power saw. It's something you can understand and relate to. Well, this guy was something I could understand and relate to. He just looked into the camera. He said, listen, if you're new to cold plunges, he said, try this. Just do it. I'm telling you, these are the benefits and yada, yada, yada. So yesterday, I'm thinking, hey, how can this not help me? Maybe it'll help the healing. You know, I'm grasping at straws sometimes. So I go into that shower. I had my little hot sauna. I did my other little things that I do to give the spirit healing. And I go in the shower yesterday, friends, and my wife's in here. She said the whole neighborhood could hear me. I went in there and so anyways, he said, after you finish your shower, right? After you finish your shower, turn the water off, stand there, turn the water back on to cold and let it run for 30 seconds. Take a deep breath and just go in. And I don't know whether it was just timing. Like it's like that old thing, friends, that the teacher appears when the student is ready. That is such an amazing cliche and one of our old sayings in our world and theologies here as humans. I just love that saying because you can read a book 10 times and you'll grab something different every time you read it. It's weird. I can't explain that stuff. So that's what I think happens to some people when they come here because I'm just a normal layman's dude. And I think sometimes how I relay things, people can just understand them simply. I don't know, but that's happened lots here. So I'm grateful for that because we're here for connection now. So I do this. I shut that sucker off, and I can feel that cold water, friends. It's coming up by my, it's coming in through the curtain, and you can feel it. Things have changed. It's not a cozy shower no more. This is going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly. And I just go, and I dove in, And friends, I don't know if this is what it's like at your place or in your streets and your plumbing, but when it's really hot out, your water doesn't get that cold. It gets cold. Of course it gets cold, but not real cold. But when it's cold outside and the water lines are in the ground, the water gets colder. It was cold. It took my breath away. I tried not to holler. I did. I tried not to do the old, whoo, but I failed. And, but I'm telling you something. I'm doing it again today. I am. I'm going to do it. I felt my body went into, I had the biggest goosebumps I've ever had in my entire life, 3 or 4 times through the process, because I didn't just go in and out. I stood there and I put myself through it, and I actually put my head under it, like over my head. That's a different game in itself. So I know there's benefits, and that's my story on the cold shower. I've tried it before. It's very uncomfortable, but I know there's benefits. So hey, I did it. But the funny thing is in the video, I said why would I do that? That's foolish. And I did it that day. That's actually funny. So, friends, I want to talk a little bit about injury in the bush. A fellow YouTuber and friend, and from what I seen, just a stand-up guy. Just a stand-up guy. I don't know his past, and I don't care. I don't know how long he's logged or how long he's not logged. I know none of those things about this man. I met him at the Eastern Loggers stand at Bunyan. That was the first time I met him. We donated $500 to their cause, the Eastern Loggers, last year. Not, you know what I mean, the previous Bunyan, the first one we went to. We had some merchandise there that Christine got cobbled together and threw to us anyways, and some axe handles, and we scratched a bit of funds together, so we gave Eastern Loggers $500. And that's when I met Nuts 19. Friends, I say this, and I tread lightly here, because I talked to Iron Horse this morning, because Iron Horse knows this gentleman. It's not a matter of if when you're logging. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. I don't know any loggers that haven't been smashed up. Bearclaw just hung up his saws last year. He's 71 or 2 years old. And he still cuts. Like he does. But I'm talking like heavy production. He'll still do the odd small job around. He will. He had a phenomenal fallen career, but I know he did take a step back at some point in his career. I don't know his story. He's so quiet, right? But you just, every logger that's at least in his 40s or 50, and if you've been logging for say 20 years, or I don't know, maybe even less, but you're gonna get it. It could be a broken hand, a broken arm, a broken collarbone, smashed up back, snapped leg. You're gonna get it. So as long as you're okay with that, carry on, my wayward son. Because I knew that going in, especially being self-taught. And a lot of loggers are. I hate to say it, but they are. A lot of loggers are self-taught wranglers. They just want to go make good money and feed their families. And some are fortunate enough to come through fairly unscathed and still not walking all bent over and this and that. I don't know what to say. Like, the words don't come. There's no compensation's going to come in and try and blame the faller. That's the first thing. Yeah, well, that's that's the game. They only want to pay you so much money for your injuries and, for your mistakes, so to speak. And because I was never, I never looked for someone else to why did this happen to me? I didn't do that. And I'll guarantee you nuts won't do it neither. Because it's something when you go into this trade. It's coming. You pretend, you might pretend you think maybe it won't happen to me. I hope it doesn't. I truly don't. I would rather it not happen to anyone, but it's a fact. And it's that old saying, you sit in the barber chair, that haircut's going to come. That haircut's going to come. In what fashion? We have yet to see. I have just been, I don't even use the word luck anymore because I don't believe it's luck. I think it's something more than that. Nuts. Listen, bud, I know at some point you'll see this. Buddy, you'll probably, if you're like me, you'll probably beat yourself up more than you will the circumstances of the injury. I've heard it was a vine, a vine pulling over a tree or something like that. Well, vines are there, and it's part of it, out in his set of problems. So, nuts, buddy. I just thoughts out to you and your family. I don't know much about you and or your family, if you got kids or anything like that, but all I know is you'll be back on a stump. That's all I know. So, and if Mr. Lucan, if you're watching this video too, which you're probably not, but you're probably halfway repaired already, and getting ready to throw your hooks back on. It's just what we do. So, these ones are close to my heart, friends, because I know what it's like, and I know what Nuts is doing. I know exactly what he's doing. He's logging, and he's just trying to make a living. And not only that, friends, he's trying to bring it to you. He's trying to set up his cameras and get you guys the shot. I don't know Nuts that well, friends. I don't know him. I shook his hand once at the Bunyan show there. But I know he's a YouTuber, and I know he's a timber cutter. So I hope you heal up super fast, Nuts. Maybe, if I can get down there and help you out, if you got a job that needs to be, wrapped up, or I don't know, buddy, maybe we can come down and see you, give you a hand. So I'm sure you got some good friends because you're a good man. Most people that are nice to people usually have friends that can come in and help out in times of need like that, and communities do that too. That's the wonderful thing about starting communities and being loyal to your community and honest and giving to your community, is that your community looks out for you and everyone in that community. That's what happens. So anyway, I just got this news this morning, and it's coming. If you're getting into this, it's coming. Some people are just dumb lucky, and I feel like one of those people. As smashed up and as horribly beaten into the ground that I have been, I still feel fortunate because I've known so many men, and I've seen so many articles and read so many things in the forestry. Faller dies, leaves 2 young children and a wife, and that was me. And my story didn't end up that way. And I was able to continue for years after my accidents. So I don't ever say too much in this area about circumstances. We lost Jed last year. We lost Jed. It's the nature of the beast. And if you think you're exempt, you're going to get it worse. Look up. So anyway, I do want to say, and I am going to upload these videos. I am going to upload this. I don't even think I'll freaking edit this video. I may not. But friends, I put yesterday's video up. I haven't been around for a while. And you guys know why. I'm not going to repeat myself. But the love that I got through and felt through the comment section yesterday was great. Friends, I sat here with my camera. Oh, actually, I probably will edit because I'll probably show you these videos. I sat here with my camera on my video thing watching the live subscribers. I watched my channel turn from 499 to 500,000. Background, did you hear that, friends? At 8:45, we're changing to 500,000 subscribers. I'm guessing now, but I would think right now. Boom! 500,000 subscribers at 8:45 p.m. Friends, I'm freaking a little bit. Yeah, I've been thinking about this moment for a while. And you know what? My wife's watching TV, but she turned it down for a second because there's no stopping this craziness right now. There's a whole nother program coming. The next 500, they're coming way faster. And we're going to make a difference. I love you people so much. Thank you all for being here. Work hard, be honest, and be kind. Particularly those who might be on video. It's awful video because you're shooting at your screen, but I did it. And we still grow. We're still growing. There's like 200 more already now. And I mean, don't ever mistaken my gratitude and my thoughts about what this is, friends. Don't ever think. So many good things have happened to me through putting myself out here in the last 9 years. So much has helped me and my family and my well-being. And others, which is more important, really, when you think about it. So I don't go there too much, but there's been a lot of people that have changed their lives here, friends. It's wonderful. So many offshoots, so many channels have grown, people stepping out of their comfort zones, because I won't stop. I won't stop spreading this get what are you doing message. What are you doing here? Get going type of thing. It's up to you. It's drop the blame and get rolling. Nothing will change here. So I'm not stopping. So there'll be lots of cutting coming, but I'm not going to go backwards. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to get strong. That's what this month is going to be. So if there's a little bit of this going on for the next little while, then that's what's going on. I got invigorated. I'll be honest with you. I got invigorated yesterday. I did, friends. I honestly uploaded probably, I don't know, 10 different videos of me flapping like I'm flapping right now, and I just didn't have it. I had a block. There was like this block that I couldn't speak to you because I can't bring woe is here. I can't bring negativity to this. I can't do it. It's not in me. That gauge I was talking about in the chest that we're all born with. The consciousness. So anyway, enough of that. I want people who know who I'm talking about. He's probably not going to be on YouTube for a while because I think he's pretty bashed up. I think he busted some stuff up, and they're going to clean him up and wipe him up, and I've been there. So loggers don't woe as other loggers. They don't go, oh, poor you. That's not, you should have seen what happened to me when I was laying there half dead. You want to know what my buddy said to me? He said, why didn't you take that little goat trail over there, Buck? And there was a trail over there, deer trail. You came through the log and slash. That's what he said to me. Walker Addison, I love you, brother. Bearclaw pulled me out of the bush twice. The first one was the most horrible mistake you could have even thought of. And it hurt my pride more than it hurt me. It did. It was going to get me killed. That technique, we were following a lot of right away back in the days for narrow corridors. And I was coming up on the claw over a hog's back, and I was getting close to him. So I started changing the direction of my timber, and I made a horrible mistake. And I paid dearly. Broken back, both my ankles smashed, and my groin ripped. It was this chair. I got around the house. This is how I got around the house, friends. I used the chair. I couldn't walk for 2 weeks. I used the chair. I bent it over my stomach. It was lower than this, and I used it as a I forget what you call it, like a chair. I used it I put it in my guts, and a walker. I used it as a walker. My wife, she'll never forget it. 2 weeks. 2 weeks I didn't walk. And I went to work with a power saw, leaning on my power saw, and the claw was in the tree, and he couldn't believe it. We had 2 other guys there. And I'm not saying this for no tough guy stories. This ain't a tough guy story. This is the facts, and it almost makes me, it gets me going, because this is who we are, fellas. This is who we are, and this is what we do, okay? And I was standing there on that job because I had a man that I was in business with, and I wasn't going to let him sit. And I went to work with a little 346 with a 28-inch bar on it. I still own that saw. And I waited there for him to throw stuff down so I could cobble out there and run saw. Well, 2 other guys jumped around, and the claw said to me after, and I'll never forget it, he said, "You worked harder than those 2 punks that you had here with you." He told me that straight to my face, and he wouldn't lie to me. He wouldn't say that to me. So that's just how it goes in the game. And I had bills to pay. So that's just, so I come out of that one. And I come out quite strong, actually, but there was something still up in the back, and then I got hammered again, friends, and really hammered. It put me dead. It was hard. That was hard. It was the hardest time of my life. But I got to go because I'm going to start flapping real bad here in a minute. So Nuts, I don't feel for you because you can't feel for another man, but I'm here, brother. I want you to know that I'm here for you, Nuts, in any way I can be. If you got timber to cut down there, and you got a job that's in the middle or something, and you need a hand, I would come down in a heartbeat, brother. I just need I think in probably another couple of weeks, who knows, I can heal pretty quickly, but I'm here for you. And I'm sure someone else will come and give you a hand, Nuts. Nuts 19. Friends, give prayers to Nuts 19 and this fella, this Lucan character. There's 20 more accidents that I'm not telling you about. I hear about them all the time. Look the up. Look up. I thank you, people. Honestly, all my true blues and the people who know my heart, I thank you for coming here and leaving your love in these comment sections. Honestly, thank you very much. Work hard, be honest, and be kind. And when you're in a pinch, if you've been kind your whole life, you'll be looked after. But if you're a scoundrel, you might be looking for hands to pull you out of the ditch. Be kind. See you on the next one.